For those who may not be aware, Gene Hackman is a name many associate with legendary performances in films like The French Connection, Unforgiven, and the Royal Tenenbaums. Hackman has built an illustrious career in Hollywood, but behind the glitz and glam of his professional life, he's always kept a relatively private personal life. However, that privacy has now been shattered by an unexpected turn of events. Recently, a source close to the family confirmed that a deeply concerning piece of evidence was found by the FBI, a suicidal note from Hackman's wife. The contents of the letter are still under investigation, but early reports suggest that it may have been written during a time of significant emotional distress. Hackman's wife, who has long maintained a low public profile, is believed to have struggled with mental health challenges in the past. What makes this revelation even more haunting is the timing. Hackman, now in his early 90s, has been living a somewhat reclusive life since retiring from acting in the early 2000s. There have been rumors swirling about marital strain and personal issues, but no one could have predicted such a shocking discovery. How does this relate to Hackman's current state of mind? What led to this moment, and how is he coping with the fallout? So, what's inside the letter? The FBI has reportedly kept most of the details confidential, but what we do know is that it's been described as a heart-wrenching and disturbing read. Sources claim that the note was written in a tone that suggested deep despair, and there were mentions of feeling trapped and isolated. For those who know Hackman's wife personally, this is not entirely surprising, as she has been rumored to have dealt with mental health struggles for years. One of the most unsettling parts of the note was the apparent feeling of hopelessness it conveyed. Hackman's wife is said to have referenced the idea of being too much of a burden, a sentiment that many in the mental health community would recognize as a classic sign of depression or anxiety. But perhaps most chilling is the possibility that this note was written in the middle of an ongoing battle that Hackman and his family may have tried to keep private for as long as possible. It's still unclear when exactly the note was written. Some reports suggest it dates back a few months, while others speculate it could be more recent. The timing of the FBI's discovery has certainly added another layer of mystery to an already tense situation. The FBI's involvement in this case raises many questions. Why did they become involved in the first place? How did they come across the note, and why is this all happening now? There's no clear answer yet, but what we do know is that the FBI's role in the investigation seems to be expanding. According to some sources, the note was found during a routine check into a different matter, although the details of that are not clear. What is clear, however, is that the FBI's discovery of this letter has thrust Hackman's personal life into the spotlight once again. It's not uncommon for the authorities to investigate such matters when there's a hint of potential foul play or if someone's safety is at risk. As the FBI digs deeper, there's also the question of whether there's any criminality involved, or if this is simply a case of a deeply troubled person reaching out for help. Hackman, once an extremely private individual, may find himself in the midst of a public spectacle once more, even though that's the last thing he'd likely want. For a man who spent decades in the public eye, Gene Hackman's quiet withdrawal from Hollywood was his way of finding peace. However, this new chapter in his life is undoubtedly filled with stress, uncertainty, and perhaps even a sense of betrayal. Hackman has always been a family man, and his wife's apparent emotional distress must be weighing heavily on him. How is Gene Hackman handling all of this? Well, from what we know, he's been very tight-lipped about the situation. It's reported that he's been spending a lot of time with close friends and family members, trying to process everything. However, it's unclear whether Hackman is fully aware of the extent to which the situation has become public. Some fans and friends close to the couple have suggested that Hackman may feel guilty about the struggles his wife has faced, while others believe he's focusing more on trying to support her through this trying time. Regardless, it's clear that this situation is deeply personal, and Hackman will likely continue to remain out of the public eye as he navigates through this. This situation has also sparked a larger conversation about mental health and the pressures that even those in the limelight face. Gene Hackman's wife's note serves as a stark reminder that even those who seem to have it all, fame, fortune, and a comfortable life, are not immune to the struggles of depression and despair. As we continue to follow this evolving story, one thing is clear: this situation is far from over, and we'll likely hear more updates in the coming weeks. Gene Hackman, a Hollywood legend, is facing the most personal challenge of his life. We hope that whatever comes next, there's a path toward healing for both Hackman and his wife. We'll keep you updated as the situation unfolds, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on to stay informed. What are your thoughts on this discovery? Do you think this could change how Hackman is remembered in the public eye? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.